That's a good point. So again, in many circles, there's a misunderstanding that you sort of grow out of ADHD. And all the studies show that at least 50%, so half, if not more than half of the children persist into adulthood. My own experience and clinical experience shows that all of it, that 100% extend into adulthood. It's just we learn according to the kind of jobs we do, families we have, tasks we master, and how we adjust and adapt for the condition, that in adults the treatment as usual would not be there. But for example, one of the main hallmarks, hyperactivity, because we associate ADHD a lot of times with little boys running around touching everything and being disruptive, which is, by the way, a misunderstanding, because I see a lot of girls and young women who are not diagnosed properly because their symptoms are predominantly inattentive. And also hyperactivity sometimes transforms itself in adults. If you and I can't sit in meetings that last more than 5 minutes, I'm sort of like that. Or that have that inner restlessness that a lot of times then expresses itself into anxiety, or even taking many risks physically and even in business dealings and daily tasks. That is a transformation of that childhood hyperactivity into adulthood in a restlessness. I gave you very few examples, but there's many, many other manifestations. One of the other very important parts is that that the term ADHD doesn't reflect it, and even in diagnostic criteria medically, like in the DSM-5 or whatever is in vogue these days, but those are sort of the Bible of psychiatric medical diagnosis. Many people, many physicians who are in the field and treat adults with ADHD and children, but especially as adults come on, nowhere in the terms attention deficit hyperactivity disorder there is a reflection of, for example, emotionality, rejection sensitivity. And so many of the patients, I think they're misunderstood because the emotions more rapidly change, and the structures that need to be there to provide support for someone's emotional well-being are a little different than what, again, the ADHD community calls, the regular people that are called, we call them neurotypicals.